as part of efforts to champion the cause of indigenes of Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, who have been gravely marginalized in the scheme of things and decision-making gatherings of the territory, a civil society organization has organized a roundtable centered on the political rights of the original inhabitants of the FCT. The FCT is a geographical area housing Nigeria's seat of power, carved out from part of Niger, Kwara, Nasarawa and old Kaduna State, with the original occupants being the Gbagyis. The region was called Gwari land. And also, disturbed by the increasing exclusion from running the affairs of their land, the Center for Environmental Sustainability and Development Awareness says that provided the platform for illustrious sons and daughters of the land to intensify their agitations for recognition and relevance. Speaking during the event, the executive director, Olushola Babalola, said they are out to defend the rights of the original inhabitants of Abuja, as he stressed that Nigeria has not treated them fairly by failing to adequately compensate them for their ancestral land ceded to the territory and subsequent loss of their means of livelihood.
We want to discuss, further how we can further engage the process, how we can deepen the process to ensure that the rights of the original inhabitants of Abuja are equally, respected and accorded. So they are asking for so many things, and if you ask me, they are not asking for too much. Yes, so if they recognize, Abuja in the paper, in the constitution, as a state, literally, when it comes to issue, we are quick to say 37 states of Nigeria. But in practice, they are not being recognized. There are quite a lot of things, that they are grappling with. Their cultural land have been seized, from them. Their ancestral lands have been seized from them, and these are part of their heritage. They should be able to give them, the opportunity, the access, to the ancestral land. And I don't think they are asking for too much. Some of them, their means of livelihood have been taken away completely for them. And what we are asking is that even when you take their land from them, you should be able to resettle them, you should be able to give them adequate compensation.
Arms-Free Ajanaku, the program's manager, Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, Resettle, says that critical advocacy got to the corridors of power as the FCT, for the first time, benefited from the country's ministerial appointment.
Center for Environmental Sustainability and Development Awareness is one of the 10 sub-grantees working to achieve this project goal. CESDA's critical advocacy, focusing on the issue of political rights, is at the forefront of the various initiatives our project has supported to advance the bouquet of rights which are crucial to ending the marginalization and political exclusion of FCT original inhabitants. As a cohort, we can see that these efforts are yielding the desired results in the political space. The historic nomination, screening, and successful confirmation of an FCT indigene, Honorable Zephaniah Gisalo, as Minister in the Federal Cabinet, is monumental and noteworthy in this regard.
Other keynote speakers described the despondent situation of FCT indigenes, stressing that only 19% of the displaced population has been resettled. They further challenged the federal government to consider making an indigene of the territory an FCT minister.
When that list came out and after the screening, in my head I was thinking, so this man should be the minister of the FCT. An indigene should be the minister, so they give it that semblance. Since you cannot get the mayoral status for the FCT, I mean, an FCT indigene being an FCT minister will give that sense of belonging, and it will help to reduce all this agitation. But like I said, we are not where we want to be in the struggle for a political and indeed all the rights for the original inhabitants. But at least there are some steps taken forward. Now we have a minister, and like Olushola said, it's one battle won.
The indigenes who have been here before the coming of the FCT have not been adequately compensated. In fact, they've not been compensated. Only about 19% were resettled and barely compensated. Now, without land, the existence of man cannot be there. Land is all we have as humanity. Without land, you are nothing. FCT original inhabitants cannot exist without land. So, this section 297 in the 1999 Constitution needs to be amended. It is not proper for the federal government to be allocating these lands to individual private developers or on the communities where the communities of FCT indigenes are.
Sitting on a landmass of 7,315 square kilometers and boasting of a population of over 2 million, the Federal Capital Territory has been hosting Nigeria's federal government since 1991, and indigenes of the territory are not entirely impressed with the sufferings they've had to endure as a result of the presence of their visitors. In Abuja, Nigeria's capital, Abiodun Mohammed, Top Accolade News.